You're drifting off with WSLP AM, Big Rapids. WSLP, Sweet Baseball.
The Northwoods Baseball Radio Network presents Sleep Baseball. Tonight, from Evermor Park in Baraboo, Wisconsin, it's the Baraboo Bombers hosting the South Haven Ravens of South Haven, Michigan. And now the voice of the Quint Cities, Wally McCarthy. Good evening, friends. It's Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network. This evening we are joining you from beautiful Evermor Park here in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Evermor Park is known for its comically large left field. Down the line from home plate to the wall, it's just over 500 feet. And, of course, this season marks the return of the infamous Nut Hut, a small covered bleacher section way out there against the wall in left center. And tonight, Bombers owner Tom Every is letting the Nut Hut ticket holders manage the game. It's a promotion he's calling the Nut Hut Managers Club. The fans out there have voted on the starting lineup, and they will be able to make in-game decisions by using a series of placards. And I'm also happy to report that the grounds crew here has taken care of the squirrel problem they were having out there. And a few dozen delightful squirrels have found their forever homes with various families in the greater Wisconsin Dells area. It is a perfect night for a ball game. 71 degrees at game time with a gentle breeze blowing out to center field. Let's take a look at the starting nine for the visiting South Haven Ravens. Leading off, second baseman Hector Pena. Batting second, center fielder Jerry Durante. Third baseman Brandon Carlisle will bat third. In the cleanup spot tonight, first baseman Shecky Washington. Catcher and manager Hap Bronzewell will bat fifth. Batting sixth, left fielder Sherman Hawkins. Right fielder Steve McDykel will bat seventh. Batting eighth, shortstop Ricky Corrado. And batting ninth, right-handed starting pitcher Frank Gibson. Gibson enters tonight's game with a record of 6-5, with a 4.15 ERA. Those are the Ravens. Here are the Bombers. Leading off, shortstop Tiny Howell. Third baseman Dieter Gomez will bat second. Manny Del Greco will bat third at first base. Second baseman Blaze Winterbottom is in the cleanup spot this evening. Right fielder Buddy Lamont will bat fifth. Batting sixth, catcher Buzz Norton. Left fielder Joe Bill Silver will bat seventh. Batting eighth, right-handed starting pitcher Scooter McKeever. This will be McKeever's first game with the Bombers. He was recently acquired by the Bombers from the Missoula Moose of Missoula, Montana. And batting ninth, center fielder Bugs Yamaguchi. The Bombers are managed by veteran skipper Mick Jenkins. And of course, tonight they'll also be managed by the Nut Hut Managers Club. And producer Phil has the fishbowl ready. And he will pick out the name of tonight's Instagram winner. You can get your name in the fishbowl by heading to sleepbaseball.com and giving us a follow on Instagram if that's the kind of thing you're into. And Phil is digging deep. And here's tonight's winner. It's Alyssa D. Congratulations, Alyssa D. We'll be in touch on Instagram to sort out the details. And Crew Chief B.R. Montebianco has signaled that it's time to play ball. So we are underway here at historic Evermor Park. And Hector Pena will step in to face Scooter McKeever. Pena is a switch hitter, and he'll bat left against McKeever. And the pitch. Hammered foul and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fastball runs inside. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air to deep right center. Yamaguchi racing back. And he will not get there. And that one bounces over the wall for a ground rule double. So Hector Pena is aboard with a leadoff double here in the top of the first. And Jerry Durante will step in. And McKeever from the stretch. Curveball called strike one. And the 0-1. Hammered foul of third. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled back and out of play. Still nothing in 2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball right down the middle. And Durante is down on strikes. And Brandon Carlisle steps in with 1 away and a runner on second. Carlisle will bat left against McKeever. Top of the first, no score. And the pitch. Hit in the air to shallow left. Silver is under it. And he makes the catch for out number 2. And Shecky Washington steps in. 2 down, runner on second. And the pitch. Hard grounder to first. Del Greco will have it unassisted. And he steps on the bag to end the inning. The Ravens strand a man on second and do not score. And after a half, it's Ravens nothing, Bombers coming up. Here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hey there, it's Dana Dedrick, and I'm thrilled to bring you Love Notes, where we blend the best of smooth jazz and relationship advice to create a cozy, late-night listening experience. Finding love and keeping it doesn't have to be so mysterious. Tune in weeknights at 10 p.m. to unwind with some mellow melodies and get tips on how to build and maintain healthy relationships. Love Notes, weeknights at 10 p.m. on WSLP, Big Rapids.
Bottom of the first inning here at Evermor Park. And Tiny Howell will step in against Frank Gibson. Righty against righty. And as a matter of fact, it's going to be righty against righty as long as Gibson stays in the game. The Bombers' starting 9 this evening is entirely composed of righties. And now Gibson's pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. Curveball misses low. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Slapped into shallow right. That one is down for a base hit. And that will roll into the corner. And that's going to be a leadoff stand-up double for Tiny Howell here in the bottom of the first. And that will bring Dieter Gomez to the plate with a runner on second and nobody out. And Gibson from the stretch. Fastball called a strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses high, 1-1. And now the 1-1. Curveball runs inside, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Chopper to third. Carlisle has it and tosses to first. And Washington will drop the ball, and Gomez will be safe at first. Meanwhile, Howell comes in to score on a heads-up play. And they're going to charge an error on Washington on that play. Score that one E3. Gomez reaches on an error. Howell scores on the play. And the Bombers are on the board here in the bottom of the first. And they lead 1-0. And Manny Del Greco will step in. Runner on first. Nobody out. And Gibson from the stretch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. Chopped fouled on the first base line. 0-2. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss on an inside fastball. And Del Greco is down on strikes for out number 1. Runner on first. 1 away for Blaze Winterbottom. Bottom of the first, Baraboo leading 1-0. And the pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. And that fastball misses outside. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. High fly ball, center field. Durante is calling for it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And Buddy Lamont steps in with a runner on first and 2 down. And Gibson's pitch. Curveball misses low. 1-0. And the 1-0. Fastball cut on and missed. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And that fastball runs inside. 2-1. And the 2-1. Changeup down and away, and Gibson falls behind. 3-1. And the 3-1 pitch. Fouled backhand out of play. Full count. And the payoff pitch. Chopper to short. Corrado has it and fires to first to retire Lamont to end the inning. But the Bombers get on the board here in the bottom of the first on an unearned run. And with 1 in the books, it's Bombers 1, Ravens nothing. We'll be back with the second inning in a moment, here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
And we're back from Evermor Park here in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. The Bombers lead 1-0 as we begin the top of the second. And Hap Bronswell will step in facing Scooter McGeever. And McGeever's pitch. Fastball misses just a bit outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Curveball misses low. 2-0. And the 2-0. And that one is spanked into the gap in left field. And Bronzewell is aboard with a leadoff single here in the top of the second. And Sherman Hawkins steps in. Runner on first, nobody out. And McKeever from the stretch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. And that fastball misses low. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled backhand out of play. 1-2. And the 1-2. Curveball called strike 3. Runner on first, one away for Steve McDykel. And the pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Off-speed pitch misses low. 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch. Fouled into the stands right side. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Curveball called strike 3. And Hawkins is down on strikes for out number 2. And Ricky Corrado will step in. 2 down, runner on first. Bombers leading 1-0, top of the second. And the pitch. Fouled backhand out of play. 0-1. and the 0-1. High fly ball, deep right. Lamont racing back. And that one is going to sail over the wall. And that's a long, lazy 2-run homer by Ricky Corrado here in the top of the second. And the Ravens now lead 2-1. And that will bring up Frank Gibson in the pitcher's spot. 2 outs, bases cleared, top of the second. And the pitch. Fouled backhand out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball called a strike. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1-2. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a low curve. And Gibson strikes out to end the inning. But the Ravens pull ahead thanks to the 2-run homer by Ricky Corrado. And they now lead 2-1. We'll be back with the bottom of the second in a moment here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello, this is Tim at Baraboo Necessities. Where can you go in Baraboo to find everything you need? That's Baraboo Necessities on Berkeley Boulevard. The first 10 customers that come to our grand reopening get a Baraboo Bombers baseball cap. Baraboo Necessities, we've got what you need.
Bottom of the second here from Evermor Park in Baraboo, Wisconsin. South Haven leading 2-1, and Buzz Norton will step in against Frank Gibson. Righty against righty. And Gibson's pitch. Hammered foul down the third base line. 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. Chopper to third. Fielded on a hop by Carlisle, who fires to first to retire Norton for out number 1. And Joe Bill Silver steps in. Base is empty, 1 down. And the pitch. Fastball called, strike one. And the 0-1 pitch. Curveball misses down and in. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball center field. Routine play for Durante. And he makes the catch for out number 2. And Scooter McKeever steps in, batting 8th. And Gibson's pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball in the dirt. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Grounder back to the mound. Gibson has it and tosses over to first to retire McKeever to end the inning. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Frank Gibson here in the bottom of the second. And it remains Ravens 2, Bombers 1. We'll be back with the third inning in a moment here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Timbuk 3 AV, specializing in Betamax and multi-regional DVD. The only such service in the Quint City area. Timbuk 3 AV.
And welcome back with us here at Evermor Park. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network. The Ravens lead the Bombers 2-1 as we begin the top of the third. And Hector Pena will step in at the top of the Ravens order against Scooter McKeever. Pena had a ground rule double in the first inning. And the pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. Line drive, base hit into shallow left. And Pena is aboard with a leadoff single here in the top of the third. And Jerry Durante steps in with a runner on and nobody out. Durante struck out in the first inning. And McKeever from the stretch. Curveball misses low and outside. 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. And that curveball is called a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball paints the corner for a called strike 2. And the 1-2. Fastball high and tight, and that will brush Durante off the plate. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. High fly ball, deep center. Yamaguchi is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. And Brandon Carlisle steps in with a runner on first and 1 away. Carlisle flied out in the first inning. Top of the third, Ravens leading 2-1. And the pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fastball called a strike. 0-2. And the 0-2. And that's a little looper into shallow center. And that one will drop in for a base hit. Runners on first and second now. 1 away for Shecky Washington. Washington grounded out in the first inning. And McKeever's pitch. Chopped foul down the third base line. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss on a slider in the dirt. And Washington is down on strikes for out number 2. And Hap Bronswell steps in. Runners on first and second, 2 down. And the pitch. Skied foul and out of play, 0-1. And the 0-1. Slider in the dirt, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball called a strike on the corner, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. And that fastball runs outside, 2-2. The 2-2. High fly ball, left field. Silver will have room. And he makes the catch to end the inning. The Ravens strand a pair here in the top of the third. And it remains Ravens 2, Bombers 1. We'll be back with more baseball here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is Gent Fredner, Mayor of Big Rapids. I'd like to invite you to tune in to the Quint Cities Celebrity Golf Invitational, or even better, join us in person. Guests include Galvin McLeod Jr., Blinky Malone, Fritz Ortega. Oh, and did I mention Beans Captain Bender Sorensen? Join me, Gent Fredner, Quint City Celebrity Golf Invitational, only on WSLP.
Bottom of the third here in Baraboo at Evermor Park. The Ravens lead the Bombers 2-1, and Bugs Yamaguchi will step in against Frank Gibson, batting ninth. And Gibson's pitch. Fastball called a strike, 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball misses low, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled backhand out of play, 1-2. And now the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a high heater. And Yamaguchi is down on strikes. And Tiny Howell will step in at the top of the Bombers' order. Howell had a double in the first inning. Bases empty, one away. Ravens leading 2-1. And the pitch. Curveball in the dirt. 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Lined sharply into shallow right. And that one drops in for a base hit. And Howell is aboard here in the third. Runner on first. One away for Dieter Gomez. Gomez reached on an error in the first inning. And Gibson from the stretch. Fastball misses inside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Curveball cut on and missed. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Fastball called a strike. 1-2. And the 1-2. And that fastball runs inside. Count even at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Hard grounder to short. Corrado to second for 1. Over to first in time. And that's a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. The Bombers do not score, and with 3 in the books, it remains Ravens 2, Bombers 1. We'll be back with the 4th inning in a moment, here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
And welcome back with us from beautiful Evermor Park here in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. The Ravens lead the Bombers 2-1 as we begin the top of the fourth. And Sherman Hawkins will step in against Scooter McKeever. Hawkins struck out looking in the second inning. And the pitch. Fastball down and in. 1-0. And the 1-0. Curveball misses low. 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. And that curveball is called a strike. 2-1. The 2-1. Slider in the dirt. And McKeever falls behind, 3-1. And now the 3-1. Chopped foul down the third base line, and the count runs full. And the payoff pitch. Fastball called strike 3, and McKeever rings him up for the first out of the inning. And Steve McDykel will step in with one away and the bases empty. And the pitch. Foul tip, 0-1. And the 0-1. Grounder to third. Gomez is there, and he fires to first in time to retire McDykel for out number 2. And Ricky Corrado steps in. Bases empty, 2 down. Corrado had a 2-run blast in the second inning. Top of the fourth, Ravens leading 2-1. And McKeever's pitch. Fouled backhand out of play, 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. Curveball runs outside, 1-1. And the 1-1. High fly ball. Deep center field. Yamaguchi drifting back. and he makes the catch on the warning track to end the inning. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Scooter McKeever here in the top of the fourth. And it remains Ravens 2, Bombers 1. We'll be back with more baseball here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hey kids, this is Blink Rederson. I'm here at Ted's Fishing World, and I just want to say they've got some great deals for people that like to fish or wish they could fish. They have reels, and they have lures, and they have bait. RLB, they call it. You can get the RLB specials 25% off if you mention my name, Blink Rederson. Ted's Fishing World. If fishing's in your head, trust Ted. Ted.
Bottom of the fourth inning here at Evermor Park. Ravens leading the Bombers 2-1. And Manny Del Greco is due up against Frank Gibson. Del Greco struck out in the first inning. And Gibson delivers. Off-speed pitch paints the corner for a called strike one. And the 0-1. Hammered foul and into the stands. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Slider in the dirt. 1-2. And now the 1-2. Swing and a miss on a low breaking ball. And Del Greco is down on strikes for out number one. And Blaze Winterbottom will step in with one away and the bases empty. And the pitch. And he takes an awkward cut on a curveball in the dirt. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fastball high and tight. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 1-2. And the 1-2. Popped up shallow right. Pena is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And now Buddy Lamont will step in. 2 down, bases empty. Ravens leading 2-1, bottom of the 4th. And the pitch. Bunted to the left side. Carlisle racing in. The throw to first is in time to retire Lamont to end the inning. And that's another 1-2-3 inning for Frank Gibson here in the 4th. And it remains Ravens 2, Bombers 1. We'll be back in a moment with the 5th inning here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is Salty Sal of Salt City Confections. In addition to our world-famous popcorn balls, try our bonbons, rock candy, and nut-covered sweetmeats. We're located on the Manistee River Walk next to the world's largest cupcake. Salt City Confections. Your confection connection.
And welcome back with us on this perfect night for a ball game. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you from Evermor Park here in Baraboo, Wisconsin. The Ravens lead the Bombers 2-1 as we begin the top of the 5th. And Frank Gibson is due up in the pitcher's spot for the Ravens against Scooter McKeever. Gibson struck out in the 2nd inning. And the pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. Curveball paints the corner for a called strike 2. And the 0-2 pitch. Lined into shallow right. And that one will fall in for a base hit. And Gibson is aboard with a leadoff single here in the 5th. And Hector Pena will step in at the top of the Ravens order. Pena is 2 for 2 this evening. Runner on first, nobody out. And the pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fastball called a strike. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Slider in the dirt. 1-2. And the 1-2. Fastball misses high. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. And that's a fly ball into left field. Silver will have room. And he makes the catch for out number 1. Runner on first. 1 away for Jerry Durante. Durante is 0 for 2 this evening. And the pitch. Fastball runs inside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Curveball cut on and missed. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Hard grounder to second. Winterbottom to second for 1. The throw to first is not in time, and Durante is safe at first on the fielder's choice. And Brandon Carlisle will step in with 2 down and a runner on first. Top of the 5th, Ravens leading 2-1. And McKeever from the stretch. Chopped foul down the first base line. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fouled back and out of play. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. And a quick toss over to first to keep Durante honest, but he's back safely. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on a low breaking ball. And Carlisle strikes out to end the inning. The Ravens do not score, and after 4.5, it remains Ravens 2, Bombers 1. We'll be back with more baseball here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello. You know me. This is Ed, Uncle Hat. The good folks over there at Big Tom's Shoe Repair and Gelato asked me to drop by and say a few words for them. Big Tom's been in shoe repairs since he was knee-high to a locust, and his wife, whose name escapes me, has been in the gelato business for several days now. Why don't you stop by over there to Big Tom's Shoe Repair and Gelato and get your shoes repaired? If you're like me, you've put up quite a few miles in on those shoes. Why don't you get a nice cup of pistachio while you're there? And tell Big Tom that Ed Uncle Hat said hi, and don't kick him. Thanks for listening.
Bottom of the fifth inning here at Evermor Park. The Ravens leading the Bombers 2-1. And Buzz Norton will step in against Frank Gibson. Norton grounded out in the second inning. And Gibson's pitch. Curveball called, strike one. And the 0-1. And that curveball misses low. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch runs inside. 2-1. And the 2-1. Hammered foul and into the stands past third. 2-2. And the 2-2. Fastball misses low, and the count runs full. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a high change. And Norton is down on strikes for out number one. And Joe Bill Silver will step in with one away and the bases empty. Silver flied out in the second inning. And the pitch. Hammered foul of first. 0-1. And the 0-1. And he fouls another one off. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Hard grounder to short. Corrado handles it and fires to first to retire Silver for out number two. And Scooter McKeever steps in, batting eighth. 2 down, bases empty. Ravens leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the fifth. And the pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball cut on and missed. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Slider in the dirt. 1-2. And the 1-2. Curveball called strike 3. And McKeever strikes out to end the inning. And that's yet another 1-2-3 inning for Frank Gibson here in the bottom of the fifth. And it remains Ravens 2, Bombers 1. We'll be back with the sixth inning in a moment here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com.
And welcome back with us from cozy Evermor Park here in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Lots of activity out in the Nut Hut this evening. I see that Baraboo Bob is out there entertaining the fans. Top of the sixth inning here. Ravens on top 2-1. And Shecky Washington will step in against Scooter McKeever. And McKeever's pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. 0-1. And the 0-1. Pulled foul down the first base line. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Hit in the air to right field. Lamont is there. And he makes the catch for out number 1. And that will bring up Hap Bronswell with 1 away and the bases empty. Bronswell is 1 for 2 this evening. And now some sort of commotion coming from the Nut Hut in deep left field. Producer Phil with the binoculars tells me that they have hoisted Baraboo Bob into the air, and they are passing him around the seats. And Baraboo Bob doesn't look particularly thrilled about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please come in Baraboo Bob.
Let's take a quick station break while Baraboo Bob gets back on his feet.
The Nut Hut Managers Club is canceled until further notice.
You're drifting off with WSLP AM, Big Rapids.
All right, Baraboo Bob has been released from the Nut Hut, and he's back near the Bombers' dugout. Bombers owner Tom Every has announced that the Nut Hut Managers Club is on hold for the evening. So Bombers skipper Mick Jenkins is back at the helm. All right, Hat Bronzewell is up, one away, base is empty, top of the sixth. And McKeever's pitch. Fastball called a strike, 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball shallow left. Gomez is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And that will bring up Sherman Hawkins. Base is empty, 2 down. Ravens leading 2-1, top of the sixth. And the pitch. Fastball cut on and missed, 0-1. And the 0-1. Chopper to short. Howell has it and fires to first to retire Hawkins to end the inning. And Scooter McKeever sets them down in order here in the top of the sixth. And it remains Ravens 2, Bombers 1. We'll be back with more baseball here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello, this is Tim at Baraboo Necessities. Where can you go in Baraboo to find everything you need? That's Baraboo Necessities on Berkeley Boulevard. The first 10 customers that come to our grand reopening get a Baraboo Bombers baseball cap. Baraboo Necessities, we've got what you need.
Bottom of the 6th inning here at Evermor Park. South Haven leading Baraboo 2-1. And Bugs Yamaguchi will step in, batting 9th, against Rick Gibson. Yamaguchi struck out in the 3rd inning. And Gibson's pitch. And he shows bunt, and he'll take a fastball for a called strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch. Bunted back to the mound. Gibson scoops it up and fires to first just in time to retire Yamaguchi for out number 1. And that will bring up Tiny Howell at the top of the Bombers' order. Howell is 2 for 2 with a double in the 1st and a single in the 3rd. And the pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled back and into the stands. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Fastball high and tight. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And that's a line drive base hit to left field. That one will roll into no man's land. And Tiny Howell will be aboard with a stand-up double. And Dieter Gomez steps in with one away and a runner on second. And the pitch. Fly ball deep left. McDykel racing after it. And he makes the catch. Howell will tag and head to third safely. So a runner on third with 2 outs for Manny Del Greco. Del Greco with a pair of strikeouts this evening. Bottom of the 6th, Ravens leading 2-1. And the pitch. Fastball misses low. 1-0. And the 1-0. Curveball in the dirt. 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch. that curveball misses just a bit outside, and Gibson falls behind 3-0. And the 3-0. Tapped foul down the third base line. 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. And he fouls another one off, and the count runs full. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a high heater, and Del Greco strikes out to end the inning. The Bombers strand a man on third, and with 6 in the books, it remains Ravens 2, Bombers 1. We'll be back with the 7th inning in a moment, here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is Giovanni Gasparo. When I was a kid, we did all kinds of crazy things, like stand on our heads and eat a cracker. Later, some of my friends had turned to their drugs, and all kinds of things happened to them. This has been Giovanni Gasparo with the PSA for WSLP.
And we're back from Evermor Park here in Baraboo, Wisconsin. The Ravens lead the Bombers 2-1 as we begin the top of the 7th. And Steve McDykel will step in against Scooter McKeever. McDykel is 0 for 2 this evening. And the pitch. Popped up into foul territory, and that one will knuckle into the stands past first. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball cut on and missed. 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Fastball called strike 3. And McDykel is down on strikes for out number 1. And Ricky Corrado will step in with 1 away and the base is empty. And the pitch. Fastball misses outside. 1-0. And the 1-0. popped up shallow right. Gomez is camped under it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Frank Gibson in the 9 spot. And that's going to be George Gerbenley. And the pitch. Hammered foul and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Bunted back to the mound. McKeever scoops it up and fires to first to retire Gerbenley to end the inning. And as we head into the stretch, it remains Ravens 2, Bombers 1. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
This is the Reverend Ira Gay for the Buckstop Inn Community Theater. I hope you'll join me for their production of Our Town. The Buckstop Inn Community Theater. Making things happen.
Bottom of the 7th here at Evermor Park in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Wally McCarthy and producer Phil back with you. The Ravens lead the Bombers 2-1, and Blaze Winterbottom will step in against Ravens reliever Dom Fuller. Fuller is a burly left-handed fireballer, and he'll occasionally throw in some off-speed stuff. Lefty against righty. And Fuller's pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fastball misses outside. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on a low breaking ball. 1-2. And the 1-2. Fastball high and tight. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Tapper back to the mound. Fuller has it and fires to first to retire Winterbottom for out number 1. And Buddy Lamont will step in. Lamont is 0 for 2 this evening. And the pitch. Dribbled foul down the third base line. 0-1. And the 0-1. Fastball misses low and in. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Hammered foul and out of play. 1-2. The 1-2. Slider in the dirt. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses just outside, and the count runs full. And now the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss on a high heater. And Lamont is down on strikes for out number 2. And Buzz Norton steps in with 2 down and the base is empty. Norton is 0 for 2 this evening. And Fuller's pitch. Fastball runs low. 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Popped up left side. Corrado is calling for it, and he makes the catch to end the inning. And Dom Fuller sets them down in order in relief here in the bottom of the 7th. And it remains Ravens 2, Bombers 1. We'll be back with the 8th inning in a moment, here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Hello, this is Ed Uncle Hat for Ed Horton's House of Sleep. Ed called me up the other day to help get the word out for his going out for business sale. Seems Ed fell asleep at the wheel there, and the pole barn is stacked to the rafters with mattresses, headboards, lamps, these new gummies they got there behind the counter. They're supposed to help you sleep. I tried one the other day, and I slept like a baby. I woke up every 3 hours. That's an old joke. Actually, I slept for a day and a half, but that's neither here nor there. They don't have essential oils at the moment because of the mishap, but Beatrice is fine. Anyway, come on down to Ed Horn's house to sleep. You don't need to count your sheep if you go to Ed Horn's house to sleep. Ed Horn.
And welcome back with us here in Baraboo at Evermor Park. Top of the 8th inning. Ravens leading the Bombers 2-1. And Hector Pena will step in at the top of the Ravens order against Scooter McKeever. Pena will bat left against McKeever. And the pitch. Fouled back and into the stands. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball misses low. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball high and tight. 2-1. And the 2-1. Curveball paints the corner for a called strike 2. And the 2-2. Chopper to third. Gomez is up with it, and he fires to first to retire Pena for out number 1. And Jerry Durante will step in with 1 away and the base is empty. And the pitch. Curveball misses inside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Fouled back and out of play. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Slider runs inside. 2-1. And the 2-1. Hammered foul down the third base line. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Fastball misses low and the count runs full. and the payoff pitch. And that fastball misses high, and Durante draws a one-out walk here in the top of the eighth. Runner on first, one away for Brandon Carlisle. Carlisle is 1 for 3 this evening. And the pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. And that fastball is cut on and missed. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a high heater. And Carlisle is down on strikes for out number 2. And that will bring up Shecky Washington with a runner on first and 2 down. Top of the eighth, Ravens leading 2-1. And the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike 1. And the 0-1. Slider in the dirt. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball misses just outside. 2-1. And the 2-1. Fastball called a strike. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a low fastball. And Washington strikes out to end the inning. And as we head to the bottom of the eighth, it remains Ravens 2, Bombers 1. We'll be back with more baseball here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
Stay up to date with all the shenanigans of the Sleep Baseball universe at sleepbaseball.com. The latest episodes, news from the Quint Cities, and fabulous items from the gift shop. Sign up for Wally's World, our infrequent and mildly entertaining newsletter. Find it all today at sleepbaseball.com. Bottom of the eighth inning here at Evermor Park.
The Ravens leading the Bombers 2-1. And Joe Bill Silver will step in for the Bombers against Ravens reliever Dom Fuller. And Fuller's pitch. Fouled backhand, out of play, 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball misses outside, 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Fastball high and tight, 2-1. The 2-1. And that fastball paints the corner for a called strike 2. And the 2-2. Off-speed pitch misses low, and the count runs full. And the payoff pitch. He misses the zone with that inside fastball. And Joe Bill Silver is aboard with a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the 8th. And Sparky Ventura will step in to pinch hit for Scooter McKeever in the pitcher spot. Runner on first, nobody out. Ravens leading 2-1 in the bottom of the 8th. And Fuller from the stretch. Slider in the dirt, 1-0. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss on a high heater, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled backhand, out of play, 1-2. And the 1-2. Breaking ball misses low, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And that's a little Texas leaguer that will fly over the head of a leaping Washington at first. And that's going to roll into right field. Ventura heading for second. Silver advancing to third. And the Bombers have runners on second and third with nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. and Bugs Yamaguchi steps in. Yamaguchi is 0 for 2 this evening. And Fuller's pitch. Fastball misses low. 1-0. And the 1-0. Fouled backhand out of play. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball runs inside. 2-1. And the 2-1. And that's a slider in the dirt. And Fuller falls behind. 3-1. And the 3-1. Fastball misses just high, and the Bombers load the bases here in the bottom of the 8th with nobody out. And that will bring up Tiny Howell at the top of the Bombers' order. Howell is 3 for 3 this evening. And Fuller's pitch. Fly ball right field. McDykel will have room. He makes the catch. Tagging in, scoring from third is Joe Bill Silver. And the Bombers have tied the ball game here in the bottom of the 8th. And Dieter Gomez steps in with runners on first and second, 1 away. And the pitch. Fouled backhand out of play, 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball misses low. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. 1-2. And the 1-2. Curveball in the dirt. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. Off-speed pitch misses outside, and the count runs full. And the payoff pitch. Fastball misses low, and Gomez is aboard with a one-out walk. And once again, the Bombers have loaded the bases. That's the third walk of the inning issued by Dom Fuller. No activity yet in the Ravens bullpen. And that will bring up Manny Del Greco. Bases loaded, one away. Game tied at 2 in the bottom of the 8th. And Fuller's pitch. Fastball misses high and tight. 1-0. And the 1-0. And that fastball is called a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Looper into shallow center. That one falls in for a hit. Ventura will score. Yamaguchi rounding third, and he'll come in to score. And the Bombers now lead 4-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. And Blaze Winterbottom will step in. Winterbottom is 0 for 3 this evening. Runners on first and second, one away. And Fuller's pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. 1-0. And the 1-0. Hard grounder to short. Pena to second for 1. Over to first to retire Winterbottom. And that's a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. But the Bombers score 3 runs, and as we head to the top of the 9th, it's Bombers 4, Ravens 2. We'll be back with more baseball here on the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.
$10.3 AV. Specializing in Betamax and multi-regional DVD. The only such service in the Quint City area. $10.3 AV.
And we're back from Evermor Park here in Baraboo, Wisconsin. The Bombers lead the Ravens 4-2 as we begin the top of the 9th. And right-handed reliever Stretch Parsons will take the mound for Baraboo to attempt to close the door on this contest. And Hap Bronswell will step in. Bronswell is 1 for 3 this evening. And Parsons' pitch. Fastball called a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball misses low. 1-1. And the 1-1 pitch. Fly ball shallow left. Silver drifting in. And he makes the catch for out number 1. Base is empty. 1 away for Sherman Hawkins, who is 0 for 3 this evening. And the pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. Curveball cut on and missed. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball runs high. 1-2. The 1-2. And that's a slider in the dirt. 2-2. And the 2-2. Fly ball center field. Yamaguchi racing after it. And he makes a diving catch on the warning track for out number 2. And Steve McDykel will step in with the bases empty and 2 down. And he represents the Ravens' final chance this evening. Top of the 9th, Bombers leading 4-2. And the pitch. Fouled back and out of play. 0-1. And the 0-1. And he fouls another one off. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Hard grounder to first. Del Greco will have it unassisted, and he steps on the bag to end the ball game. The Bombers take this one at home 4-2 thanks to some late inning heroics. And for the victorious Baraboo Bombers, 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. And for the visiting South Haven Ravens, 2 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Scooter McKeever gets the win for the Bombers in his league debut. And Stretch Parsons notches a save. Ravens reliever Dom Fuller will take the loss this evening. Producer Phil and I will be back with the post-game show in a moment here on WSLP and the Northwoods Baseball Radio Network.